Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Renowned Explorers. As you can see on the screen here, we have the new expansion available, the Emperor's Challenge. Your first question might be, what happened to the last playthrough? Well, basically, the last session of recording did not record in a way that I was happy with. I wasn't real thrilled with the quality of it. And rather than go back and try to recreate that campaign, since the Emperor's Challenge is now available, let's just start with that. Let's talk about the things that the Emperor's Challenge actually adds to the game. The first thing it adds is a new expedition option in the world map. Once we get to 4 stars, which is basically the very end of the game, or very close to the very end of the game. It adds 4 new recruits, one from each class, I believe. We'll have to take a look at that in a second. And then a new game mode, the Emperor's Challenge, which could be very interesting, and I'm very, very excited to try that. I also saw something mentioned about a daily mode for the Emperor's Challenge. Yeah, that could be really cool. So we're gonna have to check all those out. And rather than try to go back and recreate my old campaign in its entirety, we'd got a pretty good start on that. We'd covered most of the basics, and I'd sort of refamiliarized myself with how the game plays. So we might as well just start a new campaign here. We'll go through and try to find some of this new content. Apparently, there's been some things added to the base game as well that aren't technically part of the DLC, and that it basically means there's new adventures and new events that can happen as we go through the game. And so we'll be looking for that stuff as well. Alright, we don't need to show this message again. Alright, so what should we try first? I'm tempted to go straight for this Emperor's Challenge. A new game mode could be very, very interesting. And games of Renowned Explorers tend to last for a while, and I'm under the impression, and maybe a wrong impression, but I'm under the impression that the Emperor's Challenge is a so much shorter game mode. Let's check it out. Let's see. Alright, well this looks the same so far. Adventure mode, okay, we'll do Classic, that's cool. This game mode is recommended if you've already finished the game at least once. To achieve victory, you must complete for the Emperor's Blessing against the most magnificent explorer, our rival. Okay, that seems fair. You cannot win the blessing by collecting only renown. Instead, you must obtain titles. Okay. At the top of the screen, you can see today's main and secondary challenge. Make sure you pick a crew that can handle both. Ah, okay, so the whole thing is daily, apparently. Interesting. Okay, that's very cool. We don't need to show that message again. Let's see, we got some new options down here. Randomize some crews that are either very suited, moderately suited, or ill-suited for this challenge. Okay. Main challenge, True Grit. This is your main goal for the Emperor's Challenge. Every time you or Rivolo completes it, it will be replaced with an advanced version, pushing you even further. Okay. Main challenge, level up, buy items, and gain other bonuses to train a crew member's grit to its very limit. Alright, that means you probably want a scout in our team. Train a crew member to have 45 grit. Okay, that's not too bad actually with items. We can do that pretty easily. This is okay. Main challenge, train as many engineer levels as you can. Use entourage specialists and trinkets to boost their experience. Train 4 engineer levels. Alright. Interesting. There's really no point then. That would be easier if we had three scientists, or 3 engineers, I should say. If we had 3 engineers, we could give each of them a copy of a very basic item that gives a 1 engineer level, and have 3 of our 4 engineer levels for the first threshold right there. But that would make it harder to get this True Grit challenge. So I think we're gonna want 1 scout and then 2 engineers. We've got our new crew members here. Of course, they're not unlocked as captains. Let's take a look at them real quick. We have Hojo Fumiaki. All right, she is a quick thinker, or he is a quick thinker, level 2. I don't know. Guy. Okay, he is a quick thinker, rank 2, and he can also be an athlete. All right, very interesting. Very interesting. He's good at friendly. He's good at aggressive. He has a very powerful friendly move here that removes aggressive and devious pips. Okay, that's interesting. And he has a move called Enough, which is aggressive, melee, 100% chance, okay, and does more damage if the opponent is aggressive, but no damage if the opponent is friendly. Alright. Very interesting. Okay. We have Sumiyang? Sumiyang, perhaps? Sumiyang? An archaeologist who's good at devious and friendly, can also be trained as a diplomat. Oh, good. It's always nice to have another diplomat or a beguiler available. Those are one of the more useful classes, especially if you're trying to do a devious or a friendly run. I almost said a deviant run. That's not the same thing. Don't do that. Cute stare. Okay. Friendly with 100% speech. Silences all targets for 1 turn. Wow. That's very powerful. And no secondary move. Oh, no, here it is. Okay, so she gets her secondary move a level earlier. Devious attack. And it's AoE. Affects enemies within a target circle 50% stronger if one of the targets is saddened. Okay, cool. That sounds like a really, really strong character. Wang Yu. A aggressive or devious character and likes firecrackers, apparently. Engineer and tactician. We could take him with us today. He is an engineer, just to start with, and he can learn 2 more engineering perks on his way. That might be very, very useful. And he can learn a devious or a aggressive extra attack. Okay. All right. And our last character, Phelan Bunyasek, perhaps. Phelan. I'm just gonna say Phelan. All right. Aggressive or friendly. Okay. A beguiler or an engineer. All right. Very cool. So we could actually take 2 of the new characters and have engineers, which could be very useful. And she gets a War Dance, which is friendly and can heal. It's always nice to have another heal around. An Assassination, an aggressive attack that has pretty strong power, but can only be used if you're behind the target, or flanking the target. Oh, and if she uses it, then she can't be too friendly anymore. If you use it as 150% power if you're friendly and the opponent is not aggressive. If so, Phelan gains the Uncovered Assassin debuff, weakening all her friendly abilities. You've been found out. Alright. I like that. Okay, let's try this Emperor's Challenge. And obviously, what I'm going to be using is probably not going to be ideal. This is my first time playing the Emperor's Challenge. But we'll see how we can do. So for our captain, if we were going to take the 2 new characters, they have to be our crew members here. We'll take these 2 because they can both be engineers. Which means we need a scout. So the captain should be our scout. That Molly. I'm just looking real quickly at the perks, reminding myself if there's any that might be good for this. And I don't see one that jumps out at me at the top of my head as being amazing. All right, in that case, let's take a look at our... So we're going aggressive because these 2 are both aggressive characters. So we need a scout who can be aggressive, like Hatise. I actually really like Hatise. She's quite powerful. Or Molly. I'm not generally as fond of Molly. She's a little bit tankier with high attack, but she doesn't have any range. And Hatise has a lot of range. But on the other hand, these 2 characters are both relatively low defenses, so it might be nice to have someone who's a little bit tankier. So Molly might be the way to go. Let's take a look at Molly real quick. Right. Yeah, okay. No speech defense, though. Let's compare that to Hatise. Same thing, no speech defense. Remarkably lower armor than Molly does. But she's got that AoE, which I always like. I love characters with AoE. Taking out those mooks at the very beginning. Hatise can also be an engineer, actually. You know, that might be the way to go. 3 people who can be engineers. Yeah. Alright, we're going to try this. This is going to be very interesting. I have no idea what to expect. Oh, there's the daily. Oh, nope, never mind. The game just crashed. All right. So clicking on the button for the daily did not work. Interesting. Let's load back into the game here. There we go. We're back in. Let's try that again. New game of the Emperor's Challenge. We won't click on that button this time. I'll check that out later. And we're going to take Hatties, we're going to take Wang, and we're going to take Beilin. All right. Let's give it a shot. I'm excited, guys. And there's our crew. Hatties is so short compared to everyone else. Let's see how this works. Okay, this is it. You just accepted the Emperor's Challenge. Hatties once more reads the letter she received personally from Beijing. Many congratulations for entering the competition for the Emperor's Blessing. We cordially remind you that your respected colleague, Mathieu Revelot, has also accepted this challenge and is already ahead of you. Of course he is. Furthermore, if you have successfully completed your first edition, Emperor Gengzhou, I don't know how that's pronounced. Someone will tell me, I'm sure, has agreed to grant you an audience in Beijing upon your return. Excellent. Hatties wants to make a fantastic first impression on the Emperor, including finding the burial site. All right, so this is a standard mission, it looks like. Time for adventure. But we've got some interesting new objectives over here. Let's take a look at that after this. Completing such a challenge will grant you a porcelain trophy worth a certain amount of porcelain points. All right. On the right, you can see the current challenges along with your progress and an estimation of when Revelot will achieve it. Hover your mouse over the challenges to see how to complete them. Okay, if we get more than Revelot, we win. Excellent. Let's take a look here. Oh, wow. Okay, okay, so that already counts some of the engineer stuff and some of the grit we have. We already have 29 grit from Hatties, of course, and we already have 1 engineering level as well. Long-term challenge, yep, long-term challenge. Okay, good, excellent. I'm not sure what those two are. Looks like Tommy is working on Mr. or Mrs. Friendly. When one encounters with a friendly attitude, even though we're an aggressive team, we should be able to complete that. And gain 3 campaign tokens. Well, that should be very easy. But let's see if we can... we don't have any combat available to us in this first area. So we might as well start working on campaign. And we know that there's some campaign available here. So let's go there. Write on this shrine your name, and it'll give you knowledge and fame. Okay. Your names are forever noted among the other famous explorers passed by this shrine. Okay, so we get 1 campaign and 1 study. So that helps us there. And there is a combat. Let's go ahead and rush for that. And see if we can make these sheep friendly before Tommy can get his part of the mission done. Excuse me while I take a drink there. Okay, the Emperor wants to hear of your great deeds during encounters. That is to say, specific deeds. At the top right, you will see his encounter challenge. Each encounter grants a new challenge. If you don't complete it yourself, then Revelot will complete it instead. Of course he will. All right. There's our encounter started. Mood switcher. Switch the mood 3 times, but win it friendly. Wow. Okay, that's going to be... well, maybe not. I was going to say that might be challenging, but it may not be challenging. Depends. Let's see. Okay. Oh, okay. So, unfortunately, we will insta-defeat these sheep. Even using her, like, not-so-good attack, essentially. I was hoping we'd be able to hurt a sheep with a devious attack without actually killing it, which would let us then switch our mood immediately back to something else, which would make it much easier. Here we go. So we can do a friendly attack on the sheep that will not kill it. Now, unfortunately, this is going to make it a little bit harder to actually end the encounter friendly, but we'll do our best. And then we will finish that sheep off devious. Yes, yes, you're very confused. Ah, that didn't quite switch it, unfortunately. Alright, we're gonna see. We may not end this encounter friendly. That's a risk I'm willing to take, because at least we'll get Mood Switcher. There's our second change. Okay, let's end the turn. It was actually fortunate we missed there, because if we killed that sheep, it would have been much harder to get an overall friendly attitude in this combat. Missing with the devious attack. I keep wanting to say deviant for some reason. What is up with that? The devious attack means that we have a much better chance of being able to resolve this encounter overall as friendly. We just lost one of our characters there. That's not surprising. I'm messing around with this combat trying to get certain attitudes. That's going to make it much more difficult to be efficient. Let's come over here and hit one of these sheep with an aggressive attack. Is that what I want to do? I'm trying to think here. Yeah, we're going to do that. Okay, he throws a firecracker down and it explodes. Wow. Alright, poor sheep. And we will have to do one more to get the mood to switch. That should be our 3 switches, though. Oh, you know what? We probably could have switched right back to friendly. That would have been much smarter. Wow. Alright, I may have lost myself the friendly goal here. And that would be very unfortunate. But this is my first time playing the Emperor's Challenge. This is my first time playing with these goals. We will get better. I promise. It will happen. Alright, I don't know if we're going to get friendly here. Probably not. No, we did not. We got aggressive. Okay, we got some study for that combat. We might have another chance. Yeah, Tommy did not quite finish his friendly thing yet. So we still have a chance of doing that. We do have 1 trophy now. Revolo has 0. Okay. Amir is working on the engineer team challenge. All right, let's go over here and get to this combat. Ah, we have a tactician, so we're tactically prepared for this combat. Okay, Mindbender. Deal at least 35 speech damage to a single target at once. Wow, okay. That might not be too hard. We have to resolve this encounter friendly anyway, so there's no real point in not using speech damage. That will not quite kill him, or defeat him, should I say. Of course, neither will that. She's bad at friendly, and so is he. We might gang up on this guy first, just to get him out of the way. We did lose a renown in that last combat, so we don't want to risk losing our second renown and just ending our run right now. So let's come over here, get out of the way of those 2 guys. Take this nice man out. Oh, look, a little elephant. And we'll just bring Hatties over here. And she'll make one of these guys confident. And we'll end our turn. We did get our buff for getting our 35 points of speech damage, which is great. And now we can try to end this encounter friendly. To get that main goal here that Tommy is currently working on. We do not want him to complete that. Alright, good, that hit. I was a little worried that if that hadn't hit, we might have lost another resolve, which would have been the end of the game here. But with only one of them, we should be pretty safe. Ooh, a little close, but yeah. All of our characters here are fairly squishy, so we're going to have to keep that in mind as we try to complete the Emperor's Challenge. Alright, and there's our goal for friendly. Got it. So we can stop being friendly now. We can start being aggressive like we wanted to be. Alright, Tommy has started a new challenge. Visit a wits challenge. Oh, well, we can do that right here. Oh, let's level up first, though. And we are going to grab our engineer perks. We'll grab this one. And we'll grab this one. There we go. 3 more engineer perks, which should put us at 4, which it does. Nice. Whenever you or Ravelo completes a challenge, a trophy is awarded. The porcelain points value is added to one of the totals. Then, if you're on an expedition map, the Emperor issues a new challenge. The challenges with red ribbons at the top of your list are long term. Okay, those are the ones we just completed, or did the first part of. They're worth more points or guaranteed to be replaced. All right. Excellent. Okay. The vase icon. Ah, I see. Okay, so it tells us why we've gotten the points that we have. Rivalo has gotten 0, so this is a very good start, but I imagine that he will get some done at some point. However, we do have this witch challenge here. We can rush for that right here. All right, there's this, almost everyone here is a miner. It's hard work, but the pay of a good mining season makes up for a lot. The mines can be found if you follow the main road. All right, let's visit the mine. I've been retired for some years now, but somehow I cannot leave this place. The charm of finding beautiful stones or gems after weeks of hard work is addictive, really. These mines contain many stones and many secrets. The main mineral found here is quartz, but small pieces of gold and amber are found once or twice a year as well. Let's continue exploring. Atis decides to mine for a day. Alright, might be wise to consult an expert or do some research before the crew mines. Talk to a gold expert, do some research. We find a weird skeleton with a hidden entrance or begin mining right away. Alright. I'm very, very tempted to try this weird skeleton. But let's take a look at these other 2 options. They should tell us a little bit more. Okay, yeah, our chances of conducting any research at this place are very low. Basically only increased by speech defense. So we're not going to do that. Talk to a gold expert? We have a very good chance of that because we have a beguiler. But we really don't care about gold too much. I'd much rather have this hidden entrance, I think. You do not want to disturb the dead. Maybe a rogue can sneak through safely. Well, we do have a scout. Getting 29% chance extra from grit and 36% chance extra from her attack power. That's probably worth the attempt, but if we lose a resolve and we die. So normally I would risk that, but because we only have 1 resolve, I'm not going to. Sorry. Let's just begin mining right away. We have a 5% chance of an amber, a 5% chance of gold, a 30% chance of quartz, and 60% chance for a pipe rock. All right. We have found a piece of quartz. All right. Druid quartz. 5 study or 3 collect and 3 study. At the moment, we have Hatis as our captain, and Hatis gets bonuses based on the amount of collect you find in any one expedition. So we're going to go for that 3 collect. Excellent. And our campfire has activated. We did get our Witch Explorer, and we got an achievement for 5 starter trophies. You probably didn't see that pop up on your screen, but it did happen. And we replaced that with another Witch challenge. I don't know, hopefully there's another one on this expedition. We'll have to see. Let's go to our campfire story. All right, tech experiment. Wow. +2 collect and +2 study per level of engineer in your crew. We're going to have a lot of those at some point, so let's keep that for later. 2 extra resolve, that actually might be nice. Normally I ignore that one, but in this particular instance, that might save our campaign. And we don't care about a study or a campaign right now. So let's just card those 2. Let's just play the 2 resolve. The crew spends the night opening up and sharing stories about their pasts. Everyone is a little bit anxious to show vulnerability at first, but everyone reacts very supportively. In the end, they feel a little closer to each other. The night has strengthened the crew's resolve. Very excellent. Alright guys, I think we're going to call this quits here for now, and then we will start up and continue this expedition in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this content, let me know by putting a like on the video or subscribing to the channel, or posting a comment down below telling me what you liked or disliked, or what you think of the new DLC so far. And if you're enjoying it, if you're playing it. Thank you very much. My name is Geopogg, and I will see you next time.